How are you? Yep. Took me a second though. I was running a little bit late. Apologize. Nice to have you back, Odom. My day is going. Sorry, my day is going pretty good. I was thinking about you today and your old get it off your chest Thursdays. You ever think of bringing them back? Right. You were um you were a big inspiration for me though when I first started doing live streams. You were one of the ones uh, that really helped me set my path down. So I owe you a big debt. Agreed. Let me say hi to everyone quick. Hi, Daniel. Michael, how are you? Darren, Nightmare is here. So those of you, sir, I have been spending time with sister for her birthday. She's watching the stream, and I'm wondering if you can give her a quick happy birthday. Her name is Jenny Talia. I can absolutely give her a quick happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jenny. Jenny Talia. Um, Odom gave her a happy birthday as well. Maybe at the end of the live stream, if you're still here, I'll sing her happy birthday. All right, I want to give Odom an introduction and um, give a rundown of what we might cover if you're up for it, Odom. This is our friend Odom's Homestead. I have his channel link in the description. If you're not subscribed, please do. In my opinion, he's got the best gardening homesteading channel out there. He's an inspired person. He's an inspiring person. He was a huge help for me and my channel in the early days of my live streaming. Just constant support. And we both have stories about our recovery. And I think yours was a little more harrowing than mine. And if you don't mind what might be a hard subject, then maybe we talk a little bit about a heartbreak too. Um, it is. So maybe we'll cover a little bit of that. Hi, Boy. Hi, Toy Pups. But before we cover anything, can I show you a photo and ask you a question? All right. First, I'm going to ask the question, then I'll show you a photo. This is right up your alley. This is for Odom. Do I cut them all back, or should I wait to plant next spring? Do I cut them all back, or should I wait? And should I wait to plant next spring? Figs. It's in pots right now. Yep. Okay. You get that, Cat? That was Cat and Jack asking. So you want to up pot it. How much bigger do you think? So when I've been talking about our chat, I said that we were going to talk about three things: recovery, heartbreak, and pigs. Um, Although if anyone has other gardening questions, you want to answer, right? Kat says she can't hear him at all. Yep. Kat, can you guys hear? Can you guys hear our friend Odom? Sure. Can you guys? Nightmare says I also can't hear. No, can't hear. Says Blue Moon Tiger King. How about now? He turned off the fan. Can you hear him now? They're saying no. Hey, can we try something? Can we go out of the chat and then come back in, and we'll see if that works? All right, Odom's going out of the chat. He's going to come back in. I did hear about that Nightmare. There he is. Hey, Keith.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear Odom now? We'll wait and see if anyone answers. I think it's working now though.
And see him.
Cat says, "Yep," and see him. So they can. I guess they couldn't see you for whatever reason.
Oh,
They can all see and hear you now though. So we're good to go.
okay.
Could you repeat that to Cat? What you said about the fig tree?
The fig tree, first thing I would do, I would probably up pot it. If I was gonna bring it in the house over winter, I wouldn't cut it back.
So no cutting it back, Cat, but up pot it. And do you think
Hey, Cat.
do you think she should bring it in the house?
Well, it depends on where's it growing at? What part of the
She's in Tennessee, but she's Eastern Tennessee.
Oh, she's in Tennessee? Yes, I would definitely bring it in the house. Especially if she got it this year and it's still in the container. I would bring it in. Put it in a south facing window. Only water it when it's dry.
I told her you had the answers. You had the answers.
I wonder what fig variety it is.
She says it's a couple years old.
It's a couple years old.
Yep.
I would wait
Okay.
and bring it in the house still. If you was gonna plan on planting it in the ground, I would plant it in there the first of spring. You don't have any more frost hitting your way. The first of spring, whenever you ain't got no more frost coming, I would plant it in the ground. If you're gonna plant it in the ground. If not, I'll just up pot and put it in a bigger container.
Hey, Kat, I hope that helped. If anyone has some gardening questions or questions, because let's start talking about recovery. How long have you been sober?
For me?
Yep.
Man, I've been sober for years. Years. I mean, every once in a while, I might try to drink a beer, but I can't. I mean, I've been sober for years. I drunk a
You
lot during my younger age. That's
you
when I
drank
did
it,
a lot of drinking.
and you drank yourself in some bad situations, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. In and out of jail. Yeah.
I think you might have had the same sort of recovery I did. Sort of situations different, but um, for you, you didn't. Was it difficult for you, or was it just time to quit and you quit?
It was my son. It was the first time my son seen me go to jail. That really what made me stop. So,
Um, and you talked about being a different person at one time.
yeah. Yeah, I
And
mean, up until really till I started gardening, I was a totally different person. Buddha, Tim, Winslow. Yeah, up until I started gardening, I was a totally different person. I mean, because life ain't been easy for me. Life ain't been easy for a lot of us, but that made me real bitter. You know what I'm saying? Real bitter. I was a real bitter person then. And gardening, being around, just gardening, it puts so much positivity inside of you that there's no room for the bitterness.
It's amazing. Um, if I remember last conversation, you ran with a bad crowd, right? When you were
Oh yeah,
younger.
yeah.
Um, what made you want to start gardening?
My second to the oldest granddaughter, actually, step granddaughter, still granddaughter. I don't see step. So
Right, I'm the
her,
same.
she loved raspberries, blueberries, any kind of berries you get your hands on. So we was at Walmart and it was around springtime, and we was going to get her some berries. So I looked back in the garden center and they had blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. So I got some blackberries and raspberries. We started growing them, and then I discovered figs, and then I discovered peaches, and it's been on since then.
I can't imagine you. I associate you so much with hey RS. I imagine I associate you so much with gardening that I just can't imagine you doing anything else but gardening. The same with joy. I associate you so much with joy that um, it's hard for me to imagine you being bitter, uh, going to jail, and not doing what you love to do. Just amazing. Did you have anything in your life? Do you mind if I break in the conversation to ask you some more gardening questions?
Oh, come on.
All right. Tiger King says, if you was put flowers in a greenhouse, what would you put in it for the first greenhouse? This is first greenhouse. What would?
It,
I'm
it
not.
it really depends on what zone you're in, because we know we're going into winter pretty soon. So some stuff you got annuals that they'll die during the winter time. So if you was putting them in the greenhouse, that if your temperature still dip low, it probably still not gonna make it. If it's a
And
perennial, that's different because they die back every year anyway. Then they come back. Or some like roses don't die back.
huh,
It all depends on what type of flowers you looking to.
Nightmare says his problem with plants in the house is he never knows how much to water them.
Here's what I do. I check mine. If it goes down to my knuckle, I stick my finger in there. If it's down to my knuckle and it's dry, I water. You don't want to water too much in the wintertime because it can cause root rot if you keep it too wet.
Huh,
So I
that's
let
good
mine
information.
dry out too. When I stick my finger down to my knuckle, if it's dry all the way down to then, I water.
That's why we have you up here. Buddha says, our friend Buddha, he has the most awesome beats and beautiful voice,
I
uh,
appreciate it.
which is true. We're gonna cover that too. And I'm
Some people
hoping
like it, some people don't. So can't
yeah,
please everybody.
you mentioned that on your channel that some people didn't like you singing.
Yeah.
Again, I find that hard to believe. Um, you know, I mentioned before, I really like your I really like your channel. I like the gardening. I find you very inspirational, but it was your spontaneous singing that made me fall in love with your channel. That made me fall in love with you. That man, this guy gets it. His heart breaks open with the joy of what he's doing, and he knows where that gift comes from.
Yes. When I'm having a hard day at work, because I go to work way before the sun comes up. Sometimes I come home when it's low. But when you had a hard day, then I just go out there in my garden, even if it's 110 degrees out there. If I'm out there pulling weeds or fertilizing or harvesting, it just fills you with this emotion, this joy that you just can't help but sing.
Um,
Plus, my plants like my sisters, they love country music. My guavas, they like hip hop. The grapevine likes gospel. So I mean,
um, Tiger King says, "How hard was jail?"
luckily, I only did like a most I did was a weekend. But yeah, that's someplace I don't think nobody should ever be. It really
Um,
makes it change perspective on a lot of things when you're spending 24 hours. And
Nightmare says that was actually useful. Thanks. What plants would you recommend to help high indoor humidity?
high indoor humidity. See, I ain't really into too many house plants. I bring my citrus and my guavas in the house in the wintertime because I don't want them in my orange trees because I don't want them to pass. But I know a lot of people grow them peace lilies. And they're supposed to be good for allergies and stuff like that. So, which
Um,
one?
yeah, that's Buddha. Buddha says, um,
Yeah.
only a weekend. She did 8 months
Ooh, no
when she
sir.
was 20.
That weekend was enough for me. Well, my son, seeing my son crying and stuff, that was enough for me. And the thing about that, excuse me and him was going to a mall, and I got pulled over because I was speeding a little bit. And what I actually got in trouble for then it was something I didn't even do. My cousin did it and he used my name. So, but
So
still,
weekend in jail. Was that the time that was the end of it? Is that when you decided to quit, or
yeah, when my son seen me go to jail, yeah, yeah. And I didn't stay a weekend that time.
when did um when did faith come into your life?
Faith, oh, faith always been in my life. I mean, I was raised in a church. My grandmama, my mamas, and all everybody. I got uncles and aunts as pastors. So faith has always been in my life. But once you get older, you try to steer away from it a little bit. And I think I started drawing back into my faith a couple years before I started gardening. You're gonna have to
Um,
wait, little girl. Get over here and lay down.
you want to show your dogs?
She's trying to go outside. And
Here's another thing that I know for absolutely certain. Um, Odom has deep faith. He loves his garden. He loves his homestead, and he loves his dogs.
this is Spice. That's my female. It's St. Thomas right here. He's always chewing on something.
Um, yeah, I get a lot of joy seeing you and your dogs out in the garden.
Yeah, I love them, but they crazy sometimes. They get on your nerves. I call them my terrible twos most of the time. My terrible twos.
Brian says, "Hello, Odom. I love my garden
Hey,
as well."
yeah, gardening is what it's at.
Blue Moon wants to know what Joe is like in the USA.
What's what it like?
What is Joe like in the USA?
Depends on where you go. But all of them ain't nowhere to be. Some of his counties is rougher than others, but part of Manchester. I lived in Manchester too.
I've done a couple
Actually, up there in
over.
Manchester is when went to jail with my son. Now I was in Tullahoma, but I don't know if it's. I think they talking about a different country. I'm talking about Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Right. Um, it's amazing how many times we can get into trouble, get into fights, make a mess out of our lives, and still not quit.
No, you can't quit.
And then, for whatever reason, something for you it was seeing your son cry. For me, it was getting pulled over, and everything changes. Were you ever after you quit? Was there ever any like relapse at all?
Well, every once in a while, I might try to drink a beer, but like I said, I can't. It's just not me.
Right. Um, was there ever like a relapse where you got like drunk? You know,
No, not in 10 years, 10, 11 years. Think of one of my couple times I went to a buddy's house and he had a party. Yeah. It was about that's been 10, 12 years ago now.
right.
But
Um,
not since then.
that was the same with me. That um, it was just done. Once I got, I did so many stupid things. Um, I endangered people's lives. I endangered my own life, um, and all the time, never blinked. Then one time, less than a mile from my home, I got pulled over, off-duty state trooper. But when I saw the light behind me flashing, um, I knew I was done. That I would, if I wanted to, I never had to take a drink again. And it really was, for me, a message from God that He said, "Use your life if you went back,"
Yeah.
and I did. Never drank again. Um, I've told the story before when the police officer asked me to roll my window down, and then he said, "Sir, have you been drinking?" And I didn't try to lie or anything. I looked at him and said, "Yes, I'm never going to drink again, though." And I saw him later that night. He actually gave me a ride back home, waited for me. Um, and he said, I waited because you said you're never going to drink again. And I don't know why, but I believe you. Um, the whole thing was, for me, it was a gift of grace.
Yeah.
When you think about it, seeing your son cry was a little bit of a gift of grace for you, too.
Yeah.
It broke your heart open.
Yeah.
Um, so, how many years between when you quit that last time in jail and before you started gardening?
Oh, it was years because I didn't have a spot then. I didn't garden then. But growing up, even though I grew up in the projects, my family had a farm in the county over where I spent a lot of my summers at. And they garden, they raised out pigs and chickens and all of that back then too, and tobacco. But that's all I ever really wanted to do was be a gardener.
How many acres do you have?
I only have a half an acre.
Half an acre. You make the most of it.
Yeah.
Um, can you give a list of everything you have?
Well, I have 24 fig varieties now, 7 grapevines, uh, 3 peach trees, 5 pear trees, 9 apple trees, 22 blueberry bushes, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, jujubes, cherry trees, cherry bushes, mulberry bush, mulberry tree, and bananas. 4 different varieties of bananas.
Well, did you say? I don't remember if you said potatoes.
I grow potatoes. I grow
How much?
potatoes. I grow tomatoes. I grow peppers, onions, even though I don't like them. I got different types of mints, herbs.
Brian says that's a lot, brother. And
Yeah,
all on a half acre is absolutely amazing. How much does that feed you through the year?
a lot. you can. I've been canning and canning since spring started. I mean, I got and pickles. I've been selling pickles, but I think I made like 30 something jars of pickles this year. And that's just from the cucumbers. I mean, I pickled jalapenos and okra.
Have you ever thought about animals, chickens?
Yes, I want chickens, but I'm so afraid that my dogs is gonna stress them out to the point that they just
Right,
gonna because they don't
right,
like
right,
nothing in the yard because they train for stuff to come in the yard and they supposed to take it out. So
right.
I'm afraid I'll be trying to garden and the whole time they'll just up there messing with the chicken. And I couldn't let them run free with them because I know they ain't gonna.
Makes sense. Um, what um, what kind of stuff you got going in your garden? I know you probably got what deer going in. You got to keep them out.
I don't mainly stuff like raccoons or squirrels or rabbits or armadillos.
Um, would love to see an armadillo. They haven't gone this far north yet, but I'm hoping eventually they make it up here.
We didn't have them here till maybe 4 years ago. Now they everywhere, and they destroy stuff. They put big old holes in your fields. They when they burying trying to make their den or looking for grubs. They put big holes in your. They tear up trees and everything.
Well, um,
Groundhog. Groundhogs are good eating.
you said that before. Um, they used to eat them up in Pennsylvania. I never had one, but they used to eat them up in Pennsylvania. Blue Moon
Groundhog, we
wanted to
make a
know.
roast out of them, put white gravy on top of it. Oh my god, that's good.
Well, uh, Blue Moon wanted to know if you sing, and yes, he does. We talked about that at the beginning. Blue Moon. Brian says, "You got any pumpkins out of them this year?"
No, I ain't growing no pumpkins this year. I've been
Gotta miss out
focused
on.
on watermelons to try to win watermelon wars. So I got watermelons like crazy.
How do you win
So
a
far, I'm in the
watermelon war?
lead. Huh?
How do you win a watermelon war? Is it
The
size?
biggest, the biggest one. So far, I'm in the lead. I've been in the lead for 3 weeks now.
Oh
But
wow!
the last previous years, the biggest has been almost 70 pounds, and
Wow.
mine ain't number 41. So we got to the first of next month, then it'll be
How do
over.
you how do you get a watermelon that big?
Well, you got to pick the right variety for one, and it's all about the watering, the fertilizing, and the heat.
Hmm. Tim has a question. He says, "Ask Odom, do you put any kind of item in your garden to scare off pests? I had rabbits clean out half of my corn and green beans."
No, well, not items. I usually, 'cause I work most of the day, so they can't be outside. I'll fence it in with some chicken wire or something like that if it's something I'm really trying to protect.
Do you lose anything?
Not here since I had the dogs. No, I really don't lose much. But before, yeah, I have deer come through here. They'll munch on some stuff, or birds will try to come and take some berries or some of my grapes.
Are you happy to share?
No.
No, no.
I
I
wrote a whole
didn't think
song
so.
about that.
I remember. I remember. That's why I asked. It's a good song though. Guys, definitely go to Odom's channel. His link is in the description, and you will see all of his
Let me
homestead.
crack.
You'll hear it's completely awesome. Do you use what about any pesticides or anything?
I use natural stuff like for the fruit trees and stuff. I got dormant oil, which is organic, and I use a fungicide, which is organic, the copper.
Um, on a little tougher subject, how has gardening been as therapy for your own little heartbreak?
It's been amazing. I mean, because sometimes it hits you, but yeah, it's been amazing. Gotta say, it's helped me out a lot.
Um, yeah, there's certain things that we have that really show up as a gift, and they get us through those tough times.
Yeah.
Um, because I know, you know, you've popped up on my live stream, and we've chatted before. I guess probably coming up on 2 years, maybe even a little bit longer. Um, and I know that was this a surprise for you?
But
Your divorce?
yeah. Well, I can't say it was because I mean we had issues throughout the years, whatever. But when I started this and started doing live streams and stuff, it really that's when it really went down. It's like I'm trying to entertain women. It's not
Wow.
about growing the channel.
Right. Um, I'm glad you got gardening.
Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons why you sort of put your get it off your chest Thursdays behind for a little bit?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Odom used to do a Thursday live stream, get it off your chest live stream, and it would. How long would you do it for? It would be like a couple hours at a stretch, right?
Yeah. Couple hours sometimes. I know some nights we went 3 hours. I mean, it was fun to me. It was enjoy. I enjoyed it. Used to have a lot of people coming in, and I'll bring people up on the chat, up on the panel, and we just talk about what they got going on. It can be about gardening, or just be about life, because that's what it was about. We can share your garden, or we can just share life experiences. We help each other out.
And you
Some
got
people just like,
monetized
yeah, bye.
through that. Through
Get
that. So basically, like 1 3 hour um, live stream a week got you monetized.
Well, I used to do one on Mondays. First, it started off called a jump off, and then it turned into the kickback, the kickoff. And we used to bring other content creators up on the chat, and we discuss their channel. I like what we're doing here now. That's what we do.
And you actually helped a whole lot of people get monetized.
I hope so.
You helped me get monetized. You were a big help, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, a big inspiration as well. Uh, you showed me uh, you the Jay Jordan uh, how to just be natural, be myself, um, not to not try so hard, just come on camera and talk. Um, and I took that to heart, and I thought, you know what, these guys are paving the way. So for for me, I'll be honest, I don't know if it wasn't for you, the Jay Jordan, a few other people, I don't know if I'd be doing this right now.
If it weren't for a few people that I've met on YouTube, I don't think I would ever did a live either.
Um, yeah, so it's important to mention that. So we can always keep paying it forward.
Yeah.
Uh, you did it for me. I hope I can do it for some other people. Um, but you can trace that origin back, and you are the one for me. Let's see. Any more gardening questions? There's nothing like when you're man, when you think about getting your heart broken, getting your fingers in dirt sort of changes your perspective, doesn't it? Or getting your feet in the grass, just getting outside, getting in nature.
It grounds you, it calms you, especially gardening, because plants give off so much positive vibes. They don't give off nothing but positivity. I mean, so you ain't soaking up nothing but positivity.
Hey, that's a good question. If you if you weren't in a positive frame of mind, if you didn't allow yourself to be changed, do you think your plants would be affected?
My plants, I probably wouldn't
Yep.
even been growing.
Um, because it's a two-way communication. You're picking up stuff from your plants are picking up stuff from you, right?
Hmm.
Um, I want to touch on that again, but Adam wants to know if you are good at ping pong.
Ping pong, I played a few times growing up, but now I ain't that good at it.
Um, so I was going to ask you about um, is it the plants that inspire you to sing, or do you think the plants are inspired by your singing, or you think it's goes both ways like that?
I kind of think it goes both ways. But sometimes I can go out there and I can see one of my plants to just start blooming and it just hits. Or sometimes I can be in a bad mood and I just start singing either blues or gospel and it cheers me up. So I think that helps them too.
Buddha says, Odom, how long does it take your ginger plant to bloom? Like the leaves are huge and growing, and other like a pine tree. It's amazing. I got three different types, but wanted to see if you knew.
No, I don't. I tried to grow ginger last year. I actually got some from when we went to Savannah, Georgia, but it never took off for me. So I never grew ginger before.
Um, did you sing before you started gardening?
A little, not much. I mean, I sung when I was shaving or taking a shower or something like that. We did rapping growing up as a kid when I was growing up as a kid because we all thought we could rap. So we used to rap songs and we'll battle each other. And we even had a little studio where my family had a little studio that they actually made music when we were teenagers.
Oh wow. Um, do you remember the first time you like just spontaneously broke out in song when you were homesteading out in your
Yeah,
garden?
yeah,
Was it gospel?
yep. You thought I was you thought I was worth saving? Let me see. You thought I was worth saving. So you came and changed my life. You thought I was worth keeping. So you cleaned me up inside. You thought I was to die for. So you sacrificed your life so I could be free, so I could be whole, so I can tell everyone I know. Yes, sir. He thought I was worth saving. Thought you was worth saving. He thought everybody was worth saving.
Agreed. Agreed. Tiger King wants to know with Christmas coming up, people having fun drinking. How do you deal with it?
Having fun drinking?
Well, when you're around people, like at a Christmas party, or um, does
Yeah,
it affect you?
I got families and them that drinks. No, it don't affect me. I still got friends that drink, but I don't. It just ain't something that I like to do. So I mean, it really don't affect me. When I was a kid, I think that when I was growing up, I think the only reason why I did it because everybody else was doing it. The people I hung
Right.
around.
Um, Adam says he asked about ping pong because he lost his ping pong partner, and you live close to him,
Oh,
so he
for
wants
real?
to recruit you. He wants to play ping pong with you. Um, Super Champion says, "How much do big plants weigh in kilograms, Mister Odom? Also, you have a
Kilograms.
beautiful
Ooh,
house."
thank you. Kilograms, I don't know. But I know I got some in 50 and 60 gallon containers that I haul in and out of the house. And I say my white guava is the heaviest. She's in the biggest container. And I say she would weigh about 75 pounds with the container and all. But she's a 7-year-old tree.
Wow. Um, do you got What do you grow? Do you grow anything in the winter?
Yeah. Greens, ton of greens, collard greens, garlic. You can grow broccoli, cauliflower, stuff like that.
That's all
Carrot.
outside. Wow.
Yep. And carrots.
Because you don't exactly have easy winters down there.
No.
Um, so I'm kind of surprised. Not surprised because I just didn't know that you could do that. That's interesting.
The last couple of years, my cabbage and turnip greens has not did good, and I love my turnip greens on Christmas and winter time. And them greens, they put so much in you, so much goodness in you.
Right.
It's hard when you don't get them. That and my herbs. I harvest a lot of my herbs and dehydrate them for winter time so I can have the when I got a call for cold or something like that. I use my lemon bombs and my chocolate mint, my garlic, my oregano, and my Myers lemons.
Um, when do you put your winter crop in the ground?
I already started. I got collard greens, turnip greens, cabbage, and Florida broadleaves out there right now. I still got to put some carrots and garlic.
Um, oh, by the way, Super Champ says, "Damn, bro, you got majestic singing skills."
I appreciate it.
And he also says you have a beautiful house. Um, what How do you keep half acre? How do you keep it from like the soil not getting depleted of nutrients.
Oh, that's what I work during this time of year for. When fall comes, I shred up my leaves. Leaf compost provides your garden with a lot more nutrients you can ever get from cow manure or rabbit manure, any type of manure like that. Leaf compost gonna provide for it. And I also make my own compost. I spread my compost down. I put my shredded up leaves on top of that. Then I put wood chips down. And that fall, it's ready to go. Or if I go fishing and the fish heads, they go into the garden.
You do a lot of fishing.
Not much as I used to. I need to start back. My dad was a real good. My dad fished all the time. I lost my dad, I think like 3, 4 years ago now.
I
So
remember.
I ain't really been much. I haven't really been much since my second to the oldest granddaughter didn't want. She wants to go fishing, so she got her good on throwing a rod and stuff, and we only went like 3 times. It's hard to catch stuff when boats and stuff is all the way around, and we fishing on shore, and she didn't. She got out of the mood, so we quit going.
You used to hunt too, right?
Yes.
Do you still do that at all?
Nope. I wish I did. Don't have the land for it. Where I used to hunt at on the family property, they sold it a long time ago. I used to go to it with a couple friends of mine. They out of it now, so don't
Super
really
Champ
go hunting
says.
too much no more.
Super Champ says he's sorry for your loss.
I appreciate it.
Um, what about your workouts? You still working out?
Yes. I just basically really started back. I was kind of slacked off for a while in the summer times and the winter times. I usually go back at it pretty hard. But I just started back a couple weeks ago, 3 days a week.
Good. That's got to help with your gardening. Gardening's not exactly an easy thing to do.
I don't know. It's some work. But if you love it, it's no work at all. And I love it. I can stay
Right.
out there 115-degree temperature just pulling weeds all day.
You ever uh, get in a meditative state when you're gardening, where your thoughts just like slow down
Yeah.
and uh, really, gardening is a form of meditation.
No, it goes back to the beginning of time. We was created to be keepers of the garden. So I think that's instilled in all of us. Most people say they can't grow a garden, they can't do it. Yes, you can. When I first started the first 3 years, it took I didn't hardly get much at all. But patience and practice and
I've heard people say that they have a black thumb, they can't grow anything at all. Um, but so you're saying anyone can grow.
anyone can grow. It's in you. And no matter what color your thumb is, I'll tell people all the time, if you got a green thumb, you need to go to the hospital because you got gangrene or something. Your thumbs ain't supposed to be green.
Super Champ says, "Sir, I advise you to do calisthenics, specifically weighted calisthenics. It might be helpful for your job with plants." But you got a nice little home gym setup.
Yeah. I gave him a punching bag away to my nephew though. But I just got this thing off of the tiki machine. It's chest.
I
I've
want to get
been
one of
using that.
those.
Yeah, I like it. I only had a few days, but I like it.
What's the brand you have?
I don't know the brand. I got it off the tiki machine. I don't know the brand. They don't have the name on it or nothing.
Right. I might get one.
But
Like,
your
what's that?
is my service blinking out?
It was probably mine, I think.
Okay. Not right now. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. How much pressure can he do? Right now, I'm still on number one. It's got 3 levels. Got 3 levels. That when you get up to the top, that's the highest. Right now, I'm still on 1.
You think you get to 3?
Yeah. I think about wintertime I'll be on 3.
You ever use hand grippers?
Yeah.
There was big heavy duty that went from grippers that went from 1 to 5, and at one point I think there was probably less than a half dozen people who ever closed the 5s, and that was one of my goals, was to get there.
Get the
I
5.
never got past 3, never closed to 3. That's how hard they are.
Yeah.
Oops, I was just given orders to take my sleep supplement pill. I gotta get water real quick. You mind if I step off stage real quick?
No, go ahead.
I'll be right back. Guys, feel free to ask any questions to Odom, and I'll be right back when I get some water. Whenever I leave the room, Odom, every single one of them pretty much misbehaves. So
Oh, dude.
just keep an eye. They want to come back here. They want to rearrange my books. They make a mess of my place. So just
Oh man.
keep an eye on them.
Did you find that you understood plant? The more you garden, you just get a better relationship. Yeah. The more you garden, the more you're gonna learn. The more you're gonna do research. You're gonna learn just from hands-on experience. Can you make a rap? Yeah. Let me get a beat. Okay. This one called Welcome to the Garden. Welcome to the garden. Welcome to the garden. Welcome to the garden, where them growers show pride. Boots in the mud, but we stay worldwide. Based in the back in the bonfire, right from the dirt to the harvest. Yeah, we do it all night. Welcome to the garden where the party don't stop. Got the crops in the ground and the beats on lock. Trust kicking dust, if you shine on ice. If you step in this dirt, better step in it right. To the spot, got the thinning on gravel. Moonshine strong, got the crew in the saddle. Okay, I'm back. Yogi back.
No, you can keep going if you want.
Oh,
I was listening. Um, that's your song.
yeah. Garden
Amazing.
is like garden is
Um,
like raising a child. You need patience, strength of character, and a lot of yeah. You do. It is. It really is. They like your babies, especially when you get them small and you watch them grow up to start producing. Oh man, yeah, they like your babies.
did gardening help you as a father?
Well, my son was pretty much grown by the time I really started gardening. It's actually his birthday in 2 days. He'll be 30.
Oh wow.
Let
My
me step away 1 second, and let her out because she's gonna keep bugging me till I do.
sure. My stepdaughter is 30 right now. Actually, she'll be 31 in January.
Yeah, my 2 daughters, the oldest one is 32, the youngest one is 30.
Um, was this your first marriage, or were you married before?
No, it's the first.
Um,
I will be 50 in November. Said I look 30. I'll be 50 in November.
I was going to ask you. I don't know if I knew how old you were.
I'll be 50 in November. November the 20th.
Let's see. See what Champ says. Well, hey, sissy. So as far as your faith, do you go to church, or is this just a private thing for you?
I used to go to church a lot, but church ain't like it used to be. I like still going when I find a church that got good gospel music because I love to hear gospel music. I know it's in the Bible. I've lived it my whole life. I read it cover to cover plenty of times. I know what's in the Bible. I know what to do. But that gospel music, that good hearing that good gospel music, it really it's like food to your soul.
Um, I agree. I agree because I know from hearing you break out in gospel in your garden. Um, just just amazed me when I first heard you do that because it was so genuine and so pure, and um, I could tell that it just came out of nowhere. You know, wasn't planned. Pretty amazing. Blue Moon says, "Does he have a channel? Like his vibe?" Yep. If you go to the description, I have his link drop in the description. Now, Super Champ says, to be fair, it's kind of difficult to estimate a man's age when they're bald. Uh,
Hey, I used to have long. I grew braids. I had them when I was younger kid. My mama loved to braid my hair, and then when I turned 20 something, I started getting them back. And then when I turned like 27, 28, it started to go back farther and farther. I was like, it's time to let it go. So I've been shaving ever since then.
it's the way it worked for me a little bit. Uh, but Blue Moon, yes, he has a channel. It's in the description.
Maybe a straw hat. I got a cowboy hat. Let me get my cowboy hat. Cowboy hat.
Very nice. I like that. Um, hey, what inspired you to start making your own music?
Uh, because when I sang music, I was getting a lot of well, not restriction, but limited ad revenue because of the songs I was singing. So I said, and I found this software that I purchased that I can write my lyrics, make my own beats, and then I can sing it, but I can auto tune the voice so I can make it sound like anybody, or I can change it to a female's voice. So I started doing that. Actually, been making songs for other channels.
Have you?
Yeah,
Um, you've sent me some of your work. I really like it. It's very impressive.
appreciate it.
Hi, Share Bear.
Hey, Lucy.
Super Champion says, "Cool hat, sir." Super Champ is our resident hat expert, by the way.
Oh,
If you ever,
really?
if you ever have a question about hat, Super Champ is the man to go to.
I put that song, that hat on. It might always make me want to sing. Who sings it? One man band. I always think about that song every time. It goes, been flying solo for so long. Nobody singing the harmony. You know what that? Who is that?
I don't know that.
I listened to it. I forgot the name. I forgot who sang it.
Adam says, "I know what you're talking about, Odom, and it seems like foot washing Baptist churches have the best music."
Yeah, I've been to a few of those. You know, that would happen a lot at the church I grew up in. But once I got older, that didn't happen that much anymore. They didn't do that no more.
Elvis was very inspired by gospel music.
Yeah, it feeds your soul. Peas, I love peas.
Do you mush your peas or you just eat plain old peas?
I put them in my mashed potatoes.
But you don't feel like any need to mash the peas themselves.
No,
Thank you.
they get mashed in my mouth when I eat them.
It's the same thing that I say. You see, guys, and he's an expert. Finally, I think Odom. I think you helped me. People have been throwing this at me for a year now. The whole mushy pea thing, and I think you finally put an end to it tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see, guys. Do you have any questions for Odom? Gardening, We were talking about sobriety and a few other things. We were talking about faith.
Friday looks like Debo.
You know who that is?
hmm
I've never heard of it.
You don't know Debo? The one used to
Uh,
play Zeus?
uh,
You know, you ever watch wrestling back in the day? The dude, the Zeus, the big dude,
uh, was it WWE or NWA?
WWE.
I don't remember him.
He was on there for a little while before he became. Well, he was in movies first, then he went to wrestling for a little while. Let me let her back in right quick. If I love her so long, nobody's singing the harmony.
Let's see. Anybody else? Any
Also,
non-team?
Michael Jordan. I used to like to watch Michael Jordan play, but he was never my favorite player or my favorite team. My team is the Lakers. Used to be. Now I don't watch too many sports at all.
Who was your favorite to watch?
Uh, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I like people like it. The Lakers.
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Fox.
Um, I just like watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was pretty amazing to watch.
Shot King.
Um, I love watching Larry Bird.
Oh, they used to battle. They used to battle the Celtics all the time before
Yeah.
Jordan came around. They used to
Uh,
always battle the Celtics.
Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, uh,
Mm-hmm.
going at it.
What was his name? Isaiah? What's his name? Isaiah? The little point guard they had back then? I can't remember. But this point guard was good too. Which state do you live in? Tennessee. I got a song called Tennessee Made.
You got a song with your zip code in it, right?
One man's band. Yep. Well, I got one's called Tennessee Made. Ain't no fading in zone 7B where I grow.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Odom. Oh yeah, yeah. That's who it is. Sure is. I love their music.
Nightmare says, "Is basketball like our football in terms of favorite sport?" No, I think our football is like their football. As far as like, you know, people are fanatic about watching football here.
Yeah, yeah. Basketball too in certain. Hey Lucy. Basketball too. I know a lot of people that love following basketball. To me, I just can't watch it no more. I don't know. Back then it was fine. I could sit and watch games all day long, but now I just can't sit and watch it.
They seem to play different nowadays too. I had a
Yeah.
friend who was my workout partner, uh, best friend for a long time. He was a former professional basketball player. Um, he was actually mentioned in a book with Michael Jordan. It was a biography of Michael Jordan, and it said Perry Young lasted long enough with the Chicago Bulls to be dunked against in practice by Michael Jordan. Um, then he was traded. He went to Portland, um, played for a bit, and then went to the European leagues. Then ended up in Canada. Um, but he he talked about when he got into coaching high school and middle school kids, that he preferred to coach um, teenage or younger girls basketball rather than the boys, because all the boys wanted to do was learn how to dunk,
Mhm.
um, and they didn't want to learn the basics.
Gotta learn the basics.
But the girls wanted to play basketball, so they did everything. They got the teamwork down, they got the passing, they got the guarding. Um, but yeah, it used to be. I used to like watch. One of the things why I liked about Larry Bird was not just what he did. Same with like watching Scottie Pippen. making someone else look great.
Like, like,
And that's the best to me. That was the best thing about basketball was making someone else look great.
yeah. I heard this one thing, the video. This one guy was talking about when he faced uh Michael Jordan on the basketball court for the first time. He said he held him to like 10 points before halftime. And he told him, he's like, it's one dude on his team. He said he was bragging on him. He's like, you don't held Michael Jordan to 10 points. Yeah, yeah. He said, so he got the big head. So he went out there and told Michael Jordan, he said, you're gonna have to pick up your game or something. He said something like that to Michael Jordan. And then when he came back after halftime, Michael Jordan scored 40 points. Huh?
Wow. There's a story about like that with Larry Bird, where um, I don't remember what the play was, but he was fouled, so the point didn't count. And he said, "We're doing the same play." And he went to the guy that fouled him and said, "This is what I'm going to do." And there's not a thing that you can do to keep me from doing it. And he went out, did the play, scored, walked away. You got to love a player like that. He's so good.
I used to like what's his name, Allen Iverson, when he used to play because he was short. Spud Wells too. Spud Wells. I like the short guys because I'm short. So.
How tall are you?
I'm almost 5'6".
You look bigger on screen. Definitely look taller. Tiger King says he wants to know what you think of USA have football World Cup 2026. We're getting the World Cup next year.
Soccer?
Yep. I guess he wants to know what you think about it. Do you have any thoughts about it?
I don't really watch too much soccer. I used to watch the grandkids play, but never really got into soccer that much. Hey, Cash. This is his first time here.
Welcome, my friend.
6'4", almost 6'5". Good God.
I never would have guessed. Snap is still driving.
$190 plus kilos. That's crazy.
Have you always worked out?
Yeah, pretty much since high school.
You play any sports in high school?
I did. I played football for a while. I played softball, baseball growing up. I took boxing, kickboxing as a kid.
Hi, Pinky. Pinky, I hope everything is well or better with your daughter. Josh is still growing. He's
Still growing.
6'5" and he's still growing.
Ooh.
I don't think there's any more room up there.
5'10".
But Lucy's actually short for her family. Lucy, how tall is your father? How tall is your brother? You ever think about any new crops? Anything you haven't tried yet?
I was thinking about getting a couple different persimmon trees. I had a Fuji persimmon, but it died back in the winter. So I think what's growing now is just the rootstock. So that's probably a regular American persimmon. I got one big American persimmon that was been here before we even moved in. It drops a plenty every year. I want a chocolate persimmon. Probably get another Fuji persimmon. And there's one that's called a coffee cake persimmon. I think I might get that. I might find somewhere to put it.
This is what I've been waiting to bring up. Figs. How many fig trees do you say you have?
26 different varieties.
For those who don't know, no one loves figs more than Odom loves figs. What is it about figs?
They're just delicious. I just ate one before I came on live with you. Actually, a brown turkey that was right.
Figs better than dates?
I never really tried dates, but I got jujube. It's kind of like a date.
Right.
But I got them from cutting like 2 years ago, maybe three. Now they like 13 foot tall. So I'm hoping maybe they'll flower next year. They call sugar
Um,
cane jujubes.
Someone had said, oh, it was our friend Miss Flipper, that, and I said, I learned this from you because I did read a book on figs, but almost everything I've actually learned about figs has been talking to you. Um, because I had mentioned I can't eat figs because they're not vegan because of the wasp, but you told me otherwise.
Yeah. Most be quiet, boy. Most of the varieties we grow over here in the United States don't have the fig, don't require the fig walk to pollinate.
So I can't eat figs. They don't have. There are certain ones. I don't know if people know that there are certain ones that pollinate when a wasp dies in the flower.
Mhm.
In the flower, right?
Yep. The male, well, the male and female get in there, and the male will actually go through pollinating everything, and it will stay in there, and it would die in there.
Well, uh, I think Tiger King asked if they could see your gym.
Ain't nothing but a really, it's a mess in there right now. I mean,
These
it
two,
ain't. I don't have nothing but that. What you call it? Power.
right
It's a
there,
home gym just with a bunch of different connections. There's a
right.
mess in there right now. I got clothes and stuff everywhere.
But you have videos of you working out. They can see. If they want to
On
see
my
the gym,
other channel, Odom Shorts, I might have one or two on my shorts. I'm not for sure. I think when I was singing, I was working out.
right? Everyone's talking about height. So figs are actually very nutritious as well, aren't they?
Yes, real high in fiber. Real high in fiber.
I think most people's experience with figs is in a
Fig
cookie.
Newtons.
Yep.
And,
And as
and
you,
it, if it's actually a really fig, it's got to be the one that requires the walls because I'm all of my figs they don't taste like that. None of them taste like a fig Newton. It's like they got the big, I don't know, the big crunchy things in fig Newtons.
right?
I think that might be the walls, the
Oh
ones that
man,
the walls pollinate.
that just grossed me out. Um, what But as you told me, if your experience eating figs is a fig Newton, you're missing out.
Yeah,
So you want them fresh.
yeah. And then you can't buy them too much in stores because they don't store good.
Hey, I got to reach out to Mocha because you sent me cuttings of figs, and she planted them. I I haven't spoken to her in a little bit. I'll have to ask her how. That was my own little uh, heartbreak a few months ago, um, and you've reached out and let me know the same thing had happened with you. So I appreciate you reaching out when I was going through that. Um, but yeah, she planted the figs, so I'm kind of curious how they made out. She's the one who told me she has a black thumb. She's tried
She
to
told
garden.
me she had a black thumb.
So when I do talk to her, when I check in with the figs, I'm going to let her know what you said, that no one has a black thumb.
No one.
But
Black thumb. That was funny. You see what Joanne put on there? A joke. That was funny.
what do you call it? Dinosaur that farts?
Yeah.
Blast from the past. Josh asked how tall I was. I am I'm hovering around 5'9" ish. I was 5'9" when I was 59. Now that I'm 60, who knows?
Yeah, my son is like 5'9". But I'm taller than my mom and my daddy.
All right, guys. So, any more questions? Odom, I appreciate you stopping in.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I
Always
enjoyed it.
enjoyed talking to you. And anytime you want to come up and share some time with us, I appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
going to wrap things up in a minute. Um, you want
Yes, I
to
do.
give a parting song?
This is the one I always sing when I get ready to leave. If God be for you, who can be against you? If God be with you, whom shall you fear? If no one knows you, still his heart adores you. You are safe, you are loved, you are healed. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you,
You
Yogi.
too, my friend. Thank you, guys. Our friend Odom. I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to go to bed a little bit early tonight. Um, to mention 1 o'clock tomorrow, my friend Randy Creel, the Barefoot Runner. If you look at my page, you'll see the live stream is ready. The thumbnail is up, and you'll see the sandals that he runs in. Can you imagine running 100 miles in a thin pair of sandals? Super Champ says, "Good night, sweet dreams, Yogi." Thank you, my friend. A Nightmare says, "Thanks, Odom." Again, I have a big debt to Odom for helping my channel, for inspiring me, just for being a good person. We're gonna have to ask him that next time, Sniper. Or actually, I can send him a message. Has Odom heard of electroculture to improve the yield and nutrition? Sniper, didn't we talk about that once? You and I in a conversation? I found that pretty fascinating. Adam says, love to peace and joy. A lot of stuff happening. Yes, a lot of stuff happening. I have, hey, Adam, are you familiar with the Merry Pranksters? The Moon says, can't wait your 6th live tomorrow. My friend Randy, I was talking to someone about this earlier. He got a diagnosis for cancer. And his way of healing, he did the medical stuff as well. He didn't deny medicine, but he knew his path of healing was to put his feet in the earth, barefoot, and start moving. He lost weight, he turned to a plant based diet, and he's been running 100-mile races ever since. We started about the same time. Uh, I've been a vegan longer than he has. You guys are going to love chatting with him, his journey, what he's doing, what he's done, what he's going to do, his goals that he still has. I got some big people coming up next week. Sometime, I don't know the exact day. The reason I was asking about the Merry Pranksters, if Adam had heard of them. Merry Pranksters were the beginning stages of the hippies. Ken Kesey, he wrote One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Anyway, Ken Babs, the original Merry Prankster, best friends with Ken Kesey. This is big for me. If we can work things out technically, he will be on. He is 89 years old. Was a Marine helicopter pilot in the early days of Vietnam. He came home and knew that the war was not going to turn out the way people expected it was going to be. That it was going to be a long sludge and a lot of death. He's going to be a fascinating guy to talk to. I have some pretty big name authors coming up, authors in the realm of philosophy and spirituality, non duality. They will be up next week and the following week. So it's going to be good. Hey, Blue Moon, good luck tomorrow. As Zusi told you with the cards, relax, my friend, relax. You're going to do well. That's why you have rehearsals. All right. I'm going to go to bed. Love you guys. Come by and hang out with us tomorrow. All right. Take care. Big thanks to Odom.